Greetings from Sadhu Poland. Today is a white, we are covered with snow here. Om Jnana-timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Śrī-nāthe Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatanine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Greetings everyone, all the way from all the places you are, as far away as Beijing in China, and as far away as Mendoza in Argentina. In Argentina, they're having summer, and here we're having winter. What a strange... Yeah, it's interesting. We can be connected all at the same time. Nice. Thank you all for joining. I see that Ivan is here.
Haribol, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Mangala Candrika's father. And yeah. Alalanat is here. Oh, Hare Krishna, Alalanat.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
You're looking very jolly. Okay, what's the news from Prague?
Just normal temple life.
Uh-huh. Right?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And let's see. Mohan Rupa Rama and Mandakant. Hare Krishna. Welcome from Mandakanti, Sita. Yes, now I remember. From, somewhere in the Far East. From Serbia, yes? Yes, somewhere out there. Okay. All right, so let's have our session with Srila Narottama Das Thakur. We're coming to the last 5 verses of this quite long song, which is the second song. Let's get organized here. This must be it. Okay. Then bring this here. And move it down here. And share. Okay. So we have gone through and we have sung verses 1 through 15, if I remember correctly. And the last verse that we sang, asat kriya kutinati chado anya paripati anna deve na karihorati āpana sthāne piriti bhāi tāne bhakti patha padaye vigati. Give up the association of the impious non-devotees. Chado means give up. Give up the tendency to find fault in others. Asat kriya kutinati, is that what that is? Don't follow any spiritual path other than devotional service. Don't worship the demigods. Anya deva na kariho rati. If one takes to the worship of the demigods, he becomes deviated from the path of devotional service. Āpana sthāne, at one's own position, piriti bhāi tāne. Bhakti patha padaye vigati, one deviates from the path. I think patha means path, from the bhakti path. Okay, let's proceed. Āpana patha, again, one's own path. Tāte hobo anurata. Ishtadeva sthāne līlā gāna. Please become attached, O brother, to your worshipable Lord alone. So Ishtadevata, or Ishtadeva, the word Ishta means desired. It's past participle. Ishtadev sthāne līlā gāna. Serve him without deviation and sing the glories of his pastimes. Līlā gāna. Tāte hobo anurata, I think is like being ongoing attached. Āpana patha. Your own path, I think is what that means. Yeah. I will now quote the words of Hanumān, who demonstrates this exclusive devotion to one's worshipable deity. Hanumān said, although he is not different from Lord Narayana, lotus-eyed Lord Rama alone is the be-all and end-all of my life. Okay. Naishtika bhajan tomāre kohilo bhāi hanumān tāte Prema. Okay, so the translation is a kind of expansion of what it says. Hanumān, the evidence, pramana, about this, tāte, is Hanumān. Hanumān, why? Because he said that even though, I don't know the context, but some form of the Lord other than Rama, apparently he was invited to worship and he said, no, I only worship Ram. I know that this is also Narayana, but no, I only worship Ram. Naishtika bhajan. So Naishtika comes from the word nishta, which I know in Croatian and Serbian means nothing, but in Sanskrit it means fixed. Nishta, sta means position, and then it gets retroflex sha with the prefix nishta. And then it becomes, I forget the term, but it becomes naishtika in relation to nishta. Naishtika bhajana. The fixed worship is this, tomāre kohilo bhāi. Oh brother, I say to you, or I have said to you. Anyway, okay, I see, now I'm getting it. This is why the translations got mixed up, I think. So this next verse, 17, is Sanskrit verse. śrī-nāthe janaki-nāthe cha-vedha paramatmani tatapi mama sarvasvam rama kamala-locanah. Okay, so that's the pramana. And presumably this is in the Valmiki Ramayana. So śrī-nāthe, O Lord of Sri, Lord of Janaki, cha abeda paramatmani, who is not different, abeda, from paramatmani, the one who is Paramatma, I don't know. Tatapi mama sarvasvam. In the same way, tatapi mama sarvasvam, my everything, Rama mama sarvasvam asti, you could say. Kamala-locanah, Rama, who is kamala-locanah, whose eyes are like lotuses, or are lotuses. Okay, so that's the pramana. Now, Hanumān is saying, although not different from Narayan, lotus-eyed Rama alone I guess it's saying he's not going to worship Paramatma. I don't know why he says Narayan here. He's not going to worship Paramatma, even though he is the same. He's only going to worship Rama. Okay. Deva-loka, pitri-loka, bhāi, tāte, mahā-sukha. Sadhu, sadhu bole, anukhan. Jugala, bhajana jara, Prema bhāse tahara, nichani, tribhuvana. If one attains deva-loka or pitri-loka and enjoys great happiness there, mahā-sukha, then I congratulate him. Sadhu, sadhu, bole anukshan. I say this. We would say in English, bravo, bravo. However, I myself would never strive to attain such a thing. I think that's kind of giving explanation. Anukshan. So every moment I will say sadhu, sadhu. Yugala bhajana jara. For myself, I am content simply to worship the divine couple and swim and float in the bliss of pure love for them. Yugala bhajana jara prema bhase tara. Bhase means to float. I float. Jara tara. So I think that's who's, it's relative, correlative, who's there. So yugala bhajana, and the worship of whom, premanande bhase, I float in that, tahara nichani tribhuvana. This pure love is the most valuable object in the three worlds. Tahara nichani. Okay, that's a special word, nichani. Valuable object, treasure, something like that. Pritak avasa yoga, dukkamai, vishai bhoga, vrajavasa, govinda sevana, krishna-kshetra, krishna-nama, shatta rashadama, Braja janer shango anukana. Although I have taken great trouble to try to enjoy the miserable sense gratification available in this world, I shall now give it up. Pritak avasa yoga, dukkamai vishai bhoga. Dukkamai means constituted of dukkha, suffering. Vishaya bhoga, material enjoyment. Avasa yoga, not sure, avasa. Anyway, various types, pritak, maybe. I shall now reside in Braja. Vrajavasa Govinda Sevana, and I will worship Govinda. And I will hear and chant the topics of Lord Krishna, Krishna Katha, Krishna and holy name, and at every moment anukshan, relish the transcendental mellows, satya satya rasa dhamma, of devotional service in the association of the residents of Raja Janer, Sanga, so association, Raja Janer, of the folk, the people of Raja. And finally, Sada seva abhilasa mone kori vishoyjasa sarvatai sarvatai hoya nirbhoy Narottame Dasa bole padilu asad bole paritran koro mahā-sukha. I shall always aspire to serve the Lord. Abhilasa has this sense of aspiration, desiring. And great faith in the Lord will become manifest in my mind. Mone, in my mind, kori vishajasa. Vishoja. Okay. Faith. In this way, I shall remain always fearless in all situations. Sarvata hoya nirbhoy. Bhaya means fear. Nirbhoya, no fear. And sarvata means everywhere. And then sarvatai means really everywhere. Hoya is being like that, or having become like that. So there's going to be no fear. Why? Because I'm going to serve the Lord. Narottama says, somehow or other, I have accepted the role of a non-devotee. Narottama se bole padilu asat bole. Padilu is I fell. Asad bole, into a condition of asat. And then paritran koro mahā-sukha. So he's addressing the Lord as mahā-sukha. O great one, koro paritran, do the delivery of me. Deliver me from this condition. Yeah, so Narottama is here in this very long song. He's concluding, now I'm not going to do any nonsense. I'm going to surrender to the Lord. And in this way, I will be free from all suffering. But I need the Lord's help. Okay, let's now, maybe I can just move this and come here. No, it doesn't. Oh, it doesn't work. All right. Stop sharing, turn on music, and move back. I think the Zoom company should develop should do better than making this necessary. Okay. Time for some singing, I would say. 16. I don't know how we sing the Sanskrit verse. I guess we'll manage. āpana, āpana, tāte, tāte hobo, anurata, āpana, āpana, tāte, patha, tāte hobo, anurata, deva, sthāne, līlā, gāna, deva, sthāne, līlā, gāna, naishtika bhajana, tomāre, kohilo, bhāi, naishtika bhajana, tomāre, kohilo, bhāi, hanumān, tāte, Prema, hanumān, tāte, Prema, śrī-nāthe janaki-nāthe, chabedha hanumān mani, śrī-nāthe janaki-nāthe, chabedha hanumān, tatapi mama sarve Swami, Brahma kamala-locanah, tatapi mama sarva Swami, Brahma kamala-locanah, deva-loka, pitri-loka, ayatara, mahā-sukha, deva-loka, pitri-loka, ayatara, mahā-sukha, sadhu bole sadhu bole anurata, jugala bhajana jara, Prema bhase tara, jugala bhajana jara, Prema bhase tara, Thakura nichani tribhuvan, Thakura nichani tribhuvan, pritak Abhilasa yoga, dukkhamaya vishaya bhoga, pritak yoga, dukkhamaya vishaya bhoga, vraja Govinda se Govinda sevana, krishna-kshetra, krishna-nama, satya-satya rasa-dhamma, krishna-kshetra, krishna-nama, satya-satya rasa-dhamma, brajajane Sanga Rajajane Sanga Sada-seva Abhilasa Mane kori Vishwajas Sada-seva Abhilasa Mane kori Vishwajasa Sarvatai Hoya Nirbhaya Sarvatai Hoya Nirbhaya Narottama Dasa bole Horilu Asad bole Narottama Dasa bole Horilu Asad bole Haritran Koro mahā-sukha Haritran Koro mahā-sukha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Savait bolun Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Haribo 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 Gora Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Go Haribo Jai Narottama Das Thakura ki Jai. Okay, and somewhere here I have Narottama Abhilasa somewhere.
Guru Maharaj, don't forget to put the sound back.
The sound, put the sound back, please. Okay. Thank you. Now looking for Narottama Abhilasa. Here we go. And again, we need to share. Okay, Narottama has been with Gadadhar Das, whom we heard about a little bit last time. Very dear devotee with a very special rasa, some sort of friend slash madhurya, sakya madhurya rasa. Okay, he meets, Narottama meets Sri Gadadhar. And as soon as the name Narottama entered his ears, Sri Gadadhar opened his eyes, crying loudly. With outstretched hands, he embraced Narottama, soaking him with his tears. Narottama touched the... There's a lot of tears in this story. Of course, there's two kinds of tears. There's tears of joy and there's tears of sadness. So there's been a lot of sadness because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has departed. And Narottama has been visiting all these different devotees, and then when they see Narottama, they're feeling like, it's practically as if Lord Chaitanya himself has come. Blessing Narottama, Sri Gadadhar said, all your desires will be fulfilled. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will definitely dance along with your kirtan now. You should go to Khetri and distribute love of God to the people there. So even they're so happy to see Narottama. I mean, happy is a very mild word. Seems they're really overwhelmed that he has come. And yet each time, wherever he goes to Puri, and then he goes on his way back north to Bengal. He's meeting these different devotees, Shyamananda, and so on, and now Gadadhar Das. And you'd think because they're so joyful to see him, they would want him to stay for a long time. But no, it's all like, okay, it's been nice to see you now. You have to get back to Khetri. Yes, they're in Katwa, I remember now. Sri Jadunandan then took Narottama to another dwelling place and said, see, this is the place where Sri Keshava Bharati lived. And this is the place where Prabhu, that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, cut his hair and took sannyas from Bharati. And then more tears. At this point, they broke into tears and Narottama fell unconscious on the ground. A long time passed before they were able to enter into the temple and observe the beautiful deity of Gaurachandra. And this might be the deity of Gadadhar Das. So, okay, Narottama stayed there for the day, and the following morning, thinking of the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Balaram, he started for Ekachakra village in Radha. So Radha, this is spelled with a retroflex dha. That means if we had all the diacritic marks, there would be a dot under the D. So it's not Radha as in Srimati Radharani. It's something else. It's Radhadesh. And it's described as the area where the Ganga does not flow. Seems like there are a lot of places where the Ganga does not flow. But anyway, so we're coming to Ekachakra Gram. I've only been there once before, and looks like we'll be going again later in February, Krishna willing. At the entrance of the village, Nityananda, in the guise of an old Brahmin, asked Narottama, "What is your name, and from where are you coming? Where will you go, and for what purpose?" Narottama, coming from kshetra, which means Jagannath Puri, also known as kshetra. I have come to the birthplace of Nityananda, whose parents were Padmavati and Harai Pandit, because I want to see the sacred places where Sri Nityananda Prabhu performed his pastimes. I live on the other side of the Padmavati in Sri-Kshetra, and from here I shall return there. So he's answering the questions of the old Brahmin, who is none other than Nityananda Prabhu. Hearing Narottama's sweet words, the old Brahmin smiled, and without disclosing anything, without revealing who he is, he said, "I know everything. Come along with me, I shall show you all." And then the Brahmin guides Narottama to a particular place and says, "See, this is the place where Nityananda and his friends enjoyed grazing cattle like the gopas." Nityananda roamed about in this area, holding his club and plow. Interesting, because we always think of this being the place of Nityananda's childhood up to the age of, 12, before the sannyasi came and took him away. It says here he's holding a club and a plow. And this is the place where he performed Rama līlā. As Balaram performed his pastimes in Shvetadvip, similarly, Nityananda performed his pastimes here. Now, let me show you the house of Harai Pandit, where Nityananda Rai took birth. Here is the spot where he held a snake. See, over here, this is where his Guru Karan ceremony was performed. Guru Karan. Okay. I don't know if this is which samskara that is. Now look at this temple of Vishnu where he used to worship the Lord. This is where that sannyasi came and ate and afterward begged Nityananda from his father. This is the road by which the sannyasi and Nityananda left, followed by all the inhabitants of this village. In this spot, Nityananda's mother loudly lamented for her son. And over here, Harai Pandit rolled on the ground in anguish, in great pain, at losing his son. Here, Padmavati Devi laid unconscious and Harai her. O Narottama, mind these places which I am showing you are beyond the grasp of even the demigods. In this Ekachakra village, Nityananda Rai still performs his pastimes, and only the fortunate can see. Saying this much, the Brahmin vanished. The sudden disappearance of the old Brahmin bewildered Narottama. What is this? He thought. One moment he was here, and then he vanished like a bolt from the blue. Narottama became extremely restless and thought, so that expression, a bolt from the blue, it's an English expression. It means it's like a thunder clap, a sudden sound of thunder, but the sky is completely clear. It's blue. So where does this come from? And then Narottama feels restless, and he thought, if I cannot see him anymore, I shall commit suicide by entering into fire. Saying this, Narottama began to lament pitifully. Let's do this one more paragraph. Nityananda Haladar, who is an ocean of mercy, again appeared before Narottama in the guise of the old Brahman. This time, the Brahman suddenly turned into Balaram, carrying his club and plow, wearing a top knot on his head and dressed in beautiful garments. Then suddenly Balaram turned into Nityananda. Smilingly, he said to Narottama, "You are my favorite. I have no intention to deceive you. Very soon, all your desires will be fulfilled. But don't disclose to anyone that you have seen me here. Don't tell anyone." Saying this, he disappeared. Narottama stood transfixed, like a statue, unable to move or speak. He stayed that day at Ekachakra, and the following morning, while glorifying Nityananda Prabhu, king of Ekachakra, the son of Rohini, and the life of the most fallen souls, Narottama began his journey. Crossing over the Padmavati river, he headed toward Ketari. Listen attentively as I, Narahari, narrate this Narottama Abhilasa. And so ends the fifth Abhilasa of Narottama Abhilasa. Srila Narottama Das Thakura ki jai. So he's had darshan now of Nityananda Prabhu. He's had darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Both of them had departed before Narottama had seen them, and he was so excited. He didn't know, he was a young boy, didn't know that they had already left, and then he learned, and he was brokenhearted, but they appeared to him in these different situations, and they reassure him. Also, Gadadhar Das assures Narottama, all your desires will be fulfilled. So Narottama is on a mission. He's at Ketari. Ketari, yeah, his father, I'm guessing that his father is still alive. His father is I don't know how much, we say he was a king. Was he a king, or was he a zamindar, a large landowner? in any case, he was apparently the head person of that area. So it's just interesting. Narottama feels that he needs to go back, and everyone is telling him he needs to go back to Candrika. It may just be a sense that this is where he belongs, and this is his prabhudatta desha, so to say. This is the place from where he should engage in his preaching. One might think, well, why didn't he just stay in Vrindavan, or why didn't he stay in Puri? Somehow he needs to get back to Candrika. Maybe we will understand better why that is as we continue to read. But for now, we will pause the story there. Good. Okay. So welcome to everyone who has joined us a bit later. Always nice to see you all. And what was it I just heard? Yeah. I saw one recording of a Zoom meeting. It was in another context, but it was a teacher of something, and he said, "Oh, this is so nice. We can see everyone's face." And he said, it's unlike when we're in the same place and we see each other directly, because in that situation, then we don't actually see the face, we see the mask. We all tend to, put on a mask in front of others to give a different impression or whatever. The word mask, I guess many of you know, in Greek language, is persona or something like that. The word person in English comes from the Greek theater, where they would wear a mask. They would wear masks. It's interesting. Right. Okay. Let's see. What do we do now? Darya Candrika, are you managing things, or?
Yeah, both with Dharmagupta we are managing, but since you asked me, Vrajatoshini Mataji, she would like to offer you something in occasion of your Vyasa Puja. So
Okay.
So actually it's me and Vrajamohini. And so if you could pin Vrajamohini as well. And it actually isn't for, Hare Krishna Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Hope you're doing well. Vrajamohini and I have put together actually a booklet for the devotional creativity retreat. We were really inspired, and after the retreat we were just texting one another, and we both wanted to put something together to remember that weekend because it was so impactful, and you feel you don't want to forget, and it's so easy to quickly go back into your life and forget what happened or forget that feeling. So we asked devotees to share some reflections and also share the art that they presented during the retreat. So any poetry or dramas, we go together, and we just wanted to present it to you today. So I can share my screen. Not everyone shared their stuff, but if anyone wants to share anything after, we can definitely add it into the booklet. But I don't know, Vrajamohini, before I share my screen, if you wanted to say anything.
Yes, I only help with the collecting, and Brajatoshani did most of the job. So I just wanted to tell this. I'm also excited to see.
I can just quickly go through it. We don't have to read everything, but yeah, so sorry, just making sure everyone can see my screen. Okay. Yeah, so we put together this booklet with the cover. We have the table of contents, and you can see everyone who sent something in. And yeah. This is actually, sorry, I didn't want to read anyone's personal. We have Rajmohini, Chitravilasini and her songs that were so wonderful. Sita Rani from Hong Kong shared something. And then I just added some pictures.
Raman. Yeah.
Yes, our wonderful
Ramananda
MC.
Gopal.
And then Dear Lalita Mataji and Nimai Prabhu's drama is here.
Mm-hmm.
Very long drama. Yagya. Picture of the Yagya, and then another drama by Dear Lalita Mataji. More pictures. Another drama. And the end. That's
it. Nice. Very colorful design. And
yes.
As you said, it's nice to capture something of what happened so that it didn't just come and go and gets forgotten, so to say. Very nice. Thank you indeed. That's very good.
Thank you.
Let it continue.
Thanks. I can share in our WhatsApp group as well. But yeah, and thanks to Rajmohini for being a very good partner in this.
Yeah, team. Do I get a digital copy? It's just digital, I think. Do I get a copy?
Of course. Yes, I'll email it to you, Maharaj.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hari. Okay, good. So, I have one small bit of news about something I'm going to be doing. And then I have what I hope will be an interesting experiment with all of you. So the news is coming up in Mayapur is going to be what's called the ISKCON Leaders Sanga. This is something they've been doing for a few years. Once every 3 years, I think. And they invite, leaders of ISKCON from all over the world to come. And then there are presentations. They set a kind of broad theme, and then there are all kinds of presentations. And for over a period of, I guess it's three or 4 days, all of those who take part, the leaders, they choose which of the different presentations they want to attend. I don't know how many leader devotees will be attending. I think one year there were about 400 devotees. And I don't know, it was the last one or maybe I missed one. I gave a presentation called Write and Be Happy, in which I gave a little pitch, we say. It tried to encourage devotees to write. I lined up from Srila Prabhupada. And yeah, I suppose sometime I could show the slides that I made for that. Maybe I already have. And I was surprised, quite a good number of devotees attended that seminar, or that presentation, which means a good number were interested. They felt like, yes, I want to be encouraged to write. So this year, my proposal for a presentation has been accepted. This time it's gone, so to say, through the regional governing body of Europe, RGB, because I'm a member, and they asked for, they set up presentations from Europe could be made. So I thought, well, let's see, I have one idea, so I put it together and it was accepted. And the theme this time is again writing, but this time it's more specific what kind of writing, namely ISKCON history. And this is inspired by a comment, I think it was written actually by one professor, the late Tom Hopkins, who once said very strongly, he said, you know, he was a well-wisher of ISKCON, a scholar of Hinduism, said, you need to write your history. You can't just let things happen and not make some record of it. You have to write your history. So that kind of got me thinking. So that's what my presentation is going to be on. We'll see if anyone shows up for that one. They may say, no, we're not into that kind of writing. We are only into whatever. Then again, we'll see. Okay, so that's my news. And now I would like to, let's see if you want to do this. I have an idea. It's a little bit of an experiment. And for this experiment, we are going to make use of one of the features of Zoom, which is to create what are called breakout groups, right? And what this enables is for smaller numbers of all of us who are together to speak with each other, to talk with each other about something. Now, I should quickly explain for those of you who are translating and those of you who are hearing translation, we want to put you all in the same groups. So Russian in one, Spanish in another. Do we have Spanish today? I don't know. Whatever translation is going. Yes, I think we have Taitiation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I'm hoping will happen is that some interesting ideas and maybe useful ideas will come from your meeting with each other in groups. Generally, I thought these can be groups of 3 or 4. I think maximum 4, otherwise, you know. It's better interacting to have small group, I think. And then I'll tell you what we want to discuss. But before I say that, I want to suggest, well, we're recording the whole session, but I think when we come back together, then we want to see what ideas you came up with. And I'm hoping that someone, maybe from the recording afterwards, could then make notes from it and create, a file, which then everyone could receive a copy of.
Guru Maharaj, if I can say, unfortunately, there's no recordings when we are in a breakup rooms.
No, I understand that.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is that when we're back together.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. When we're back together, then that can be recorded and we'll see. So, would you like to hear what my idea for a topic is?
Yes.
Yes? No?
Yes.
Yes. So, a few times, this has to do with guru-disciple relation and engagement. And I have sometimes said I said it a couple of times in initiation ceremonies, but I've thought about it further, and I think it's a good idea for all of us. And I'm saying this now not only for disciples, because some on this session may not be disciples, and that's okay. But the general theme is still relevant for everyone, I think, in the guru-disciple relation. So what I've said to devotees, what I've encouraged is, please help me to help you in your spiritual life. And so the question of the day, the question for us is, how might we help the Guru to help us in our spiritual life? Does that sound like something you could be discussing? Some are going yes, and some are going, I don't know. Okay, so let's try it. This is an experiment, and experiments are always an experiment is not right or wrong. You're finding out if an experiment is going a different way than you expect. That's also success. So there's no loss or diminution. So what I suggest is you all break into groups. I won't be in any of your groups, don't worry. This is only amongst you. We break into groups, and what would be a good amount of time for you to discuss this? What do you suggest? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Maybe 20 minutes, because there will be like 4 in the group, 3, 4, and each would
20 minutes, wow.
be enough, like 3, 4 minutes per person. So 15 minutes.
Let's try 15 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Now, to organize the groups, is this something you would do, Odarya Candrika?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. I suggest first that we ask who needs translation so that I know who in the same room, because I don't know for everyone who's in the need. And then I will need 2 more minutes to put the rest of them in the group. So if I can ask who needs Croatian translation, and if you can raise your virtual hand, that I know Hriday Rama and Karuna Mayi, but I don't know for the rest. Who else needs Croatian translation? Please raise your hand.
Raise your hand now or forever hold your
Yes.
peace. Croatian or Serbian, maybe we should say.
Yes, Croatian or Serbian, yes. So it's only Hriday
So
Rama and
it's-
Karuna Mayi.
Mhm.
Okay. Then German. Who needs German translation? Can you
Deutsche
raise it?
Sprache, wer braucht
Yeah,
deutsche
thank you, Guru
Sprache?
Maharaj.
Übersetzung.
Marisha.
Odarya
Okay.
Janani is driving.
Marisha, okay. Done. Spanish.
Español. I don't see any hands going up. There's Daityesha. He's translating.
I didn't hear it. Who?
Kelly Parayana, she was nodding.
Okay, Kelly. Okay, done. Poland. Maybe it's Barbara. Is that right? Someone else? Susanna. Okay, Poland. Susanna. Done. And Chinese. Harideo. Anyone else? Yeah, you're in. So Chinese is Harideo and
Smarahari. Smarahari also.
Smarahari. Okay, done. And Russian.
Ramaraj.
Okay, just a second. Lavanya. Okay, Russian Lavanya. Done. Okay. So I think that everyone is in the room. If someone stays in the main room, I will put you later on. And Guru Maharaj, now I need just 2 minutes to put then the rest in the rooms. Okay, I will be quick.
Okay, and everyone else, it's going to be random, right?
No, I put them random by myself. I'm just putting like clicking the names. I'm not looking who is who with who. I'm
Okay.
just clicking the names. Yeah.
All right.
Because I needed to do separately because of the translation. Yeah.
Okay, and can you manage the time so that it's
Yes.
set and then everyone comes back together at the same time?
Yes, I can. It's already.
Okay, good.
I
And
put them 3 in the room. Is that okay, Guru Maharaj, or you want
yeah,
more?
that's fine. 3 is nice.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna sort of disappear for a while.
Okay. Guru Maharaj, should I then open the room? When I'm done, I will open the room, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so maybe the recording could be stopped right now as well.
Look at that. All of you just suddenly appearing. Many of you appearing, but I think we also lost some devotees, so to say, because before we had some time ago we had more than 60, and now it's like 39. So some ran away.
No, I think they need to, I mean, they need to leave the rooms for some reason. I also had to do that.
Oh,
Many-
you're
Yes,
still in the
yes,
rooms?
yes, Gurudev. I also was first in the room. No,
I had
no,
to leave.
they are in the
I don't
rooms.
know.
Okay, we are back.
Well,
Polish
they say
group.
They want to keep talking with each other, I guess. That's okay. Good. So, welcome back. And now, how shall we organize this? I think the less structured we are, the better. Open all rooms. I got a
No,
sign.
Guru Maharaj.
Uh,
No. Everybody came back now.
okay. Welcome back, everyone. So I'd like to first hear very generally from whoever wants to say, how did you find this, talking with each other on this subject? Was it good? Was it kind of weird? Was it kind of somewhere in between, or what? Any
It was
comment?
good. Harbo, Hare
Hare
Krishna Guru
Krishna.
Maharaj,
Oh,
obeisances.
Boma Vrindavan. Hare Krishna.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think the part that I liked it is because of my job. I have to ask so many questions. Like when I design applications to find out what are the problems, what works, what doesn't work. So in a sense that helped, and then meeting other, in my case, God sisters.
Okay.
I knew one of them is from Serbia, so I knew her, and the other two I just met today.
Okay. Well, that's kind of a side benefit from doing this, isn't it?
Right. It is.
Connecting with other, we say, God siblings.
Right.
Okay.
So I did like it.
Good.
I don't know. I don't know about the others. I
We'll
hope they
see.
did too.
Okay. Any other general comments? Anyone? Or should I embarrass you by asking specific? Let's see. How about Anastasia? How was it for you?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, pranams. For me, it was very nice to meet my god siblings in person and to discuss the ways how to interact with you if we have some problems in our spiritual practice. I had a good feeling that I'm not alone in dealing with some issues in my japa and so forth. So it was very nice and I liked it. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Okay, maybe one more general comment. Anyone? Everyone's being very reserved. Yes, Chitravilasini.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna devotees. I think these are always interesting because perhaps you get into a group for a reason. So I think in one way it's hard to make a general comment because by arrangement, Krishna's arrangement, you may end up in a group. So different groups might end up. It's nice to meet other devotees, but it's very revealing and quite deep actually. I won't say more right now, but yeah, it makes you think because you're suddenly in a situation.
Why did Krishna put me with this devotee and that devotee?
So it's the start of a lot of
That's what you were thinking?
Yeah, it's certainly the start of a deep self-reflection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, that's an interesting point. Yeah, there's this semi-random selection process of putting someone with someone else, and then how is that? Oh, it's because of there's something behind it from Krishna. Yeah, good. Thank you. Dear Lalita.
Hare Krishna.
We don't hear you.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, can you hear me now?
No, we still don't hear, even though it looks like we should hear.
Guru Maharaj, please come to English channel.
Oh, it's me. Let's see, where do I do that? Break out rooms. Interpretation. English.
Yes.
Okay, maybe if you speak now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Go family. Did you want to hear Guru Maharaj about the
Говорит, потому что я
experience
ее
us being
не
in a
слышу.
group, or did you want to hear our answers to
No, I just wanted more general.
general?
Yeah. How
It
was it?
It was very, very honest. It was only like 3 of us. And later on, Mahima Mai joined, but it was already too late. We got off the channel of the group. And it was actually very beautiful that it was like sort of like a harmony. We just wanted to say the same things. And it was opening
Ale
up
nie ma
really
tutaj na ścianie angielskiego.
towards each other.
No niestety.
How can we help Guru Maharaj so that he can help us? And for me, it was just beautiful. Opening up, no problem. In our language.
Good.
I mean,
Yes.
Serbo-Croat and Serbian.
Right. Srpski, Hrvatski.
Yes.
Good. Okay. So thank you. Now let's go to the substance. And who would like to share something from what came out in your group to this question? The question again is, how can we help the Guru help us, the disciples? This can be thought of in very individual way or more collectively. You know, I just now put it in a sort of collective term. But anyway, let's see what you came up with. Yes, Mangala Candrika.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, God siblings. I just shortly say something before I need to run to help the children. Yes, so in our little group, first of all, it was amazing that we could get to know each other better. This is something that actually Ramananda Gopal was mentioning. We should have more sangas. So this was the one a little nugget of a little sanga between us. The main point that came out is definitely our we need to put them pretend that everything is fine. And so when we can be honest first with ourselves and then with the Guru, yourself, and just openly write about any difficulties that what we might be going through. One of the God sisters actually shared in our group, you know, what she's going through. And I feel that even already it's feels better when we honestly, open ourselves, open our mind. And then the other point was that we then openly, with open heart, hear what comes back from you as an instruction or advice or encouragement. And the God brother shared that it really helped him to apply that. And we thought that then maybe following up on that and just honestly also telling you, this really helped, or I don't know actually how to apply it, or I'm struggling how to do this. So to keep this open channel of open-mindedness and open heart to see how we can progress, because we definitely know we want to progress. And that there will always be obstacles. So just hearing each other already was really helpful, and then sharing how we deal with it and what we could do in the future. Yeah, so thank
Great.
you.
Thank you. Yes. Honesty, truthfulness, that's a big challenge for us, isn't it? And tendency is to kind of want to present our best side. That's something I've experienced, I would say, a fair amount with disciples. And I find it unfortunate that before a disciple receives initiation, there can be quite a sense of openness. And then comes initiation, and then sometimes that creates a kind of invisible wall, because, oh, now I've made these vows, and maybe there's some difficulty with the vows or whatever. So better I don't say anything, better I disappear, better, or whatever. I don't know what I should do, but anyway, I'm going to stay silent. And so the exchange gets closed off. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. There should be, as you said, keep the channel open. Okay, thank you. You have to go take care of the kids now.
Thank you, Guru. Just a short thing, that we actually realized that after we open up, that actually the trust itself increases, because we see that what we get is encouragement. We get new insights into how we can deal with the situation. So it actually can just strengthen our trust in this guide relationship. So thank you so much.
Very good. Bhagavati Mataji, your hand is up.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I was late for this because I was reading a text of Chaitanya Charan on Karpanyadvasu Patha, and he was actually just explaining in that text how like when we go to a doctor because we're ill, that doesn't mean that we're weak. And similarly, when we go to our spiritual master to say that we have a problem, that doesn't make us weak. And how actually not going to the doctor will just make the problem worse, and not going to the spiritual master or whatever spiritual guide to say that you have a mental weakness, a spiritual weakness, it will just make it worse.
Yes, good point. Yes, the comparison with the doctor and patient. Of course, that relationship also needs to be open. The doctor needs to know where does it hurt, right? And so on. Okay, thank you. Subal Gopal, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev, God's siblings, please accept my humble obeisances. Yes, we were speaking together with Ratnavali Mataji. Unfortunately, the third devotee was not present, but we wrote down a few points. One point was the sincere desire to learn something, to express one's own commitment and show genuine interest and progress in spiritual life by consistent daily sadhana, and at the same time be open and receptive to approach the Guru with humility and readiness to absorb the guidance. And like Bhagavati Mataji also said, we're at the point of being transparent about own challenges that it's very important to share their own struggles, what one is going to, honestly express them, and also, yeah, seek for shelter, seek for solutions, and also to always stay connected, to have regular communications with the spiritual master, but also with the God siblings. And also a very important point is, yeah, to be patient and trust in the guidance of the spiritual master.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very systematic. Okay, that's nice. Thank you. Who else? Anyone else? There were how many different groups? Oh, Chitra Vilasini.
20 rooms were open, Guru Maharaj.
20 groups. Wow. So we should have 20 responses. Maybe before Chitra Vilasini, well, she gave a general answer, but let's go to Kavi Chandra. If you can enter the English.
Yeah, now I'm on English channel.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I have translators can use this left panel to switch to English, because otherwise they will not hear me. But they don't hear me anyway. Okay, so we had meeting with in 3 people, then 4, but maybe I will just read what we have. So first I ask for ideas. One idea is to have a space when we can express what problems we are facing, and then of course everyone has different problems, different ones, but it is important to express them as it was told before. So then those problems could be categorized, and we can see some pattern in this. Of course, Guru Maharaj, you know the pattern also, but let's see. Because some people are not, as some people were not expressing the issues. So we can gather this somehow and then show you, and then you can give a lecture or write something about how to address those issues. So this is one idea. So that would be, yeah, we need to create this channel somehow, not only emotionally but also physically, how to communicate. And then yeah, so then we talked about 2 types of problems people are not wanting to express. One is that we don't want to talk about some issues on the general forum or forum of God siblings. That's one issue. And the second is about thing you mentioned already. The story about patient and doctor. And I saw article a few days ago that research says that a lot of people are when talking with doctors. So
really?
it's yeah. Especially in hospitals, really, people try to cover some issues.
The doctor asks, "So how
Yeah.
are you feeling?" "Oh, I'm feeling fine."
Yeah, your medication, did really nice things. Okay, so then, so as you told, and as I know with myself, we are afraid to offend you, and therefore we do not talk about things that are problematic. Like, for example, we don't understand your behavior, Guru Maharaj, your actions. So we have some doubts, but we are afraid to express those doubts, and this makes like really the wall. And so we need to open that channel also. And there are some, of course, there are some methods for this, and we could use this. So we need to create those channels in order to have this communication.
Yeah, this
open.
sounds good. And so maybe this is something you can kind of keep discussing. I think you in particular would be good to talk with. You can decide who you want to talk with about formulating something like that.
Yeah. So for this, for sure, we have to communicate on how to communicate.
Communicate on how
So
to
if
communicate. Yeah.
anyone wants to join, I will ask you. Maybe we can create a group on WhatsApp, whatever, and we can discuss it later. So
Yeah.
not to discuss it now, as we have not so much time.
Okay, thank you. It sounds positive, hopeful, like something can.
To brzmi pozytywnie I tak daje nadzieję.
Okay, now you have to go back to your Polish channel. Chitravilasini, your hand is up.
Hare Krishna. I've only raised my hand because I've got the notes from our group. So, sorry, I didn't hear anything that Kavi Chandra Prabhu said, so I hope not repeating anything. Yeah, so some of the points that came up in the group, we were a group of 4, that the devotees are just scared of being vulnerable, so they don't fully open up. And that's being fully vulnerable in the sense of their own light and darkness, their own humanity, and really speaking about those things in conversations. And sometimes you don't even recognize your own subtle problems in the first place, so you don't really know what to ask about. And perhaps having more circles of perhaps intimate association, so the devotees can maybe find those things out first, which is going to help them formulate maybe some of the questions that they ask. But perhaps some of those things are affecting the frequency with which they try to communicate. And part of it may be just a lack of knowledge and skills on the part of the devotees. They don't know how they can be helped. Or it may be that through life and through experiences, just being untrained in trust. And they're perhaps worried about things becoming known, so they don't tend to speak. So it's all quite thought-provoking. One idea was something that came up. I had to fill in a plan for what I'm going to do in a kind of mundane sense. Music plan, I'm going to do this. And then if that was, because we broke out into these smaller at the queue to go into your own personal room, into your heart and reflect, and then put it on paper and come up with a plan. And the plan I had to do for the Monday was like month by month, this is what I'm going to do. And it's really had to think about sometimes having your own spiritual plan, but actually putting it on paper and then looking at it and maybe having something, then questions that come up, what you're thinking about, how so being a bit proactive and saying, Maharaj, this is what I might be thinking. What do you think? But it's something like concrete in a way that you can present. So that was just an action, kind of like action plan idea. So I hope that I said covered.
Good. Yes. Thank you. You mentioned several obstacles to helping the guru help, but it's good to identify those obstacles. Oh, now look, we have 4 hands up. It looks like devotees want to say something. I guess we can say, although the time is practically up, that we could continue a little bit. I don't know. What do you think? Marisha Sudevi, please.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare
Yeah, thank you for this nice Sanga. I love it very much to go in these little rooms and have the Austausch with the other devotees. But I was with Yamuna,
Ah,
we two, and there are good ideas from the devotees. And I have only 2 things what I want to say. For me personally, is helping when you give me concrete impulses or Aufgaben.
inspirations. Yeah, projects or
Yes,
tasks.
yes.
Yeah.
So sometimes I want to do or want to write something, but I get not the start. So I need something. And also very helpful is that you always, when I send you a message, I get really quick an answer, and so it helps me a lot. So I have not wait for an answer when I have a question. Yes, that's all.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Prema Sarovara.
So, Guru Maharaj, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Just now in our small group, Small Hari Prabhu and his wife Konitai and the Gurunara Prabhu, and me.
Yeah.
And so Gurunara Prabhu said about the question how to help Guru to help a disciple. And Gurunath Raj said he read books and in the book Vasishtha said to Rama, if you want to obtain liberation and achieve the supreme good, there are four gatemen. Number 1, self-control. Number 2, approach the teacher. Number 3, content with one's lot. Number 4, follow the truth. Among all of 4, if you fight over any one, you can obtain liberation. But the second point, approach the teacher, is the shortcut. That is to say, if we approach Guru, our teacher, it will be the easiest to obtain the truth. How to help Guru to help disciples? Gurunaraj said, disciples should respect Guru, inquire Guru, and serve Guru. So Guru will be glad to help the disciple.
Okay.
So that's all, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Deva Shri-Radhika.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I apologize for being impersonal because my video is off. But I just had 2 reflections just listening to all of us, and also some things that you addressed. And it's something that came up with my interaction recently with my mother. We were sitting and then she asked me a question. Do you tell me everything about your life? And it really hit me at that time that in a relationship there can be so many assumptions. And given the human need of perfection, and we see that also in our relationship with you, that there are so many assumptions. And sometimes it's just nice to be human and just ask this question, do you tell me everything? And I do find you doing that at many instances. But at the same time, that are we doing that enough with each other or with our spiritual master, that kind of an exercise? And second is also something I feel like you do, but also I thought could be an additional reflection or something to think about here, is that to pair disciples. Like I know that, like for example, personally, me, you told me, oh, you should get to know her. That you and like that. Sometimes we may, and this is something we also discuss in our group, that we may have that hesitation to share directly with the spiritual master because there's so much awe and reverence in the relationship sometimes.
Yeah.
But you can share it with a peer or with a good friend or a senior who is very caring and affectionate towards you, if you feel too intimidated to share it with your spiritual master directly. Have those pairings between disciples where they can be vulnerable and kind of open up despite the hesitation they have. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good. To your last point, this prompts me to think or to say something which is sort of the other side of that. Sometimes I experience, and I got this recently from one disciple, I get a letter in which there's a complaint about another disciple. And I think, well, what can I do about this? And sometimes what happens is that sort of what's implied by presenting to me, oh, this other, God brother, God sister is like this and like that, is a hope that I will be on the side, so to say, of the devotee who has registered the complaint to me. And it can go even further. They want me to be like a lawyer, And I just think, come on, this is not the way it works. If you have a problem with another devotee, especially a God brother, a God sister, it's for you to work out with them. We're grown-ups, we can do that. And if it's not possible, if it's a serious problem, maybe it requires mediation. And then you should find someone to mediate. I personally think better. I was thinking, yes, maybe I can be a mediator between two disciples in conflict. There's certain kind of structures how one mediates. But there's kind of a problem with that because still one may feel that the guru is taking sides, even though mediation means you're not taking sides, you're trying to help both sides. But I guess if nothing else works, then okay, let's together, let's say it's two devotees in conflict, let's together go to the guru and see what he says. That happens sometimes with Srila Prabhupada, and he would solve it one way or another. But what's not helpful is a disciple writes to me with a complaint about another devotee, because the first thing I want to know is, well, what does the other devotee say? I'm only hearing one side. Why should I believe just the one side? Because we're all limited. One may have a legitimate complaint, or maybe not. So anyway, I wanted to express that as something also to think about. Most of you, I don't have that problem. Okay, we can go few minutes. Briefly, Boma Vrindavan.
Very well again.
Hare
Yeah, I
Krishna.
just very well. Yeah, I just want to connect to your last point. In our group, we discussed like, what there is this different notion that devotees have. What should be guru-disciple relationship? Practically, I spoke with one of my god brothers few weeks ago. Well, there is devotees that need to be kind of like hand-holded all the time, although you give clear instruction. What should we do? Read Srimad Bhagavatam, write about it. I don't know. And then there is devotees. I might sound a little bit insensitive. They're offended if you don't remember their names. But come on, there's like 300 of us. I don't know, like a few hundred disciples. Like, how possibly can you remember all the names, right? There, and then they don't. What I like from these talks with other not in the group but like outside of the group, they don't understand or they don't want to understand that the relationship is two-way street. Like if you want to be in a relationship with someone, you have to reach out first, and then right. That's how I feel. I mean, I don't write you regularly, but I do feel very connected to you. Some devotees don't have that feeling, and I wish I can help them reach that feeling. But we also have to remember how many times Srila Prabhupada met his guru, and he kind of like in the passing told him like, do this, and he embraced that full-heartedly, and here we are today.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome to do what you can to encourage God brothers, God sisters to connect.
I'm trying.
Thank you. Okay. I suggest that we end for today, and I think it's a subject that deserves more attention. So when we meet the next time, we could continue. And of course, you're welcome to talk amongst yourselves as, with those you're especially connected to or whatever. Now, I have to say this is the 11th, and next Saturday I have another engagement at that time with the Deity Worship Ministry student alumni. So next week we are going to not have a session, and the week after that I will be in Bangladesh. I think we can still have a session at that time, or else we'll just invite you all to join the Bangladesh Mellows, which I'm sure will be online. We'll see. Okay, thank you all so much. I think in general, this was a good experiment. What do you think?
Yes,
That's very nice.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we can do more of this sort of thing. All right. Have a good week. Keep well, keep swell, keep sane, and simple living, high thinking. Sometimes Prabhupada said plain living and high thinking. High thinking is the important part. It's hard to live simply nowadays, but if the thinking is high, then it's good. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava ki jai.
Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Dankeschön.
Jai Jagannath.
Jai Jagannath.
Krishna Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.